Hey, good evening, Castlers. Uh, just going to take a quick look at Group 1 in the 2022 Shocktober tournament. And as we're looking here, you can see Ydtd is in first place. He has 6 points with 4 games remaining. Tibbs 0111 is in second place with 5 points and 2 games remaining. And you have Infinitekb07. He's in third place with 3 points and 7 games remaining. Sunny Days is in fourth place with 3 points and 3 games remaining. You have Regina, the rookie from Russia. She's in fifth place with 2 points and 5 games remaining. And rounding out the Group 1, you have Terrence the First. He's in last place and unfortunately has timed out in 8 of his games with 1 game remaining. And he'll most likely time out in that game as well. I hope everything's all right with him. Ydtd and Infinitekb07 are the only players who are undefeated so far. So let's focus on them. So let's look at Ydtd with the white pieces versus Infinitekb07 with black. Okay, looks like what do we have here? Ydtd just checked the king. Okay. So this one is still pretty tightly contested, but I'd give Ydtd a slight edge only because of the bishop pair. Having the white and dark squared bishops are definitely an advantage because you basically own the diagonals in a chess game. The more squares you own in the chess, well, the more squares you own in chess, the less room your opponent can maneuver to defeat you. So again, just looking at this game, at this position, this juncture, I give a slight edge to Ydtd, but this game is far from over, Castlers. Let's look at Ydtd with the black pieces versus Infinitekb07. Okay, Ydtd just pushed his pawn to a5. Again, too close to call. I see Infinite has pinned the knight to Ydtd's rook. So Ydtd has to be very careful here. From this position, I give Infinite a slight edge. Ydtd is going to have to tread lightly in this position. I like the pinned knight for Infinite. I like the position of his queen. And the connected rooks. Infinite's looking good right here. He'll probably have to redirect his idle knight on a2. But so far, I'll give the slight edge. And I say slight edge to Infinitekb07. This is far from over. Let's go to Ydtd with the white pieces versus Regina with black. Oh, okay. Yeah, this game looks to be a done deal. Ydtd just has too many weapons in this endgame, and there's really not much to be said here. So I'm going to move on. Let's go to Regina with the white pieces versus Ydtd with black. All right, in this game, Ydtd is up a knight on Regina. The material lead should be enough for Ydtd to muster out a win in this game against the rookie from Russia. Ydtd was able to achieve this lead when back on move 14. Let's go back. Move 14, she played actually. Knight takes f7. Let's go all the way back to move 14. Bear with me. Yeah, here we go. Knight takes f7. Basically sacking her knight. I guess she was thinking she was going to get counterplay. All right, she sacks the knight right here. She gets rid of a knight for a pawn. So she took the pawn. She sacks the knight. And I guess she's thinking I can get some counterplay with queen h5 check. Maybe she thought there was a mate coming. But that's fool's gold because simply pawn to g6 solves that problem. You get a block. Virginia plays queen to f3 check, a last-ditch attempt to make lemons out of lemonade, maybe? But Ydtd simply yawns and plays bishop to f6. And Virginia has sacrificed her knight for nothing. So that's how Ydtd achieved his +2 material lead, what you currently have right now. Yeah. So moving right along, Ydtd he swept Tibbs, and he has swept Sunny Days, and he also swept Terrence the First. So he just has 4 games remaining. So we'll now take a look at the rest of Infinitekb07's games. And I can tell you right now, Infinitekb07, he's going to have to basically win the rest of these games just to keep pace with Ydtd and at least get a split against Ydtd in his games to advance, because Ydtd is just mowing down his opponents. Infinitekb07 already defeated, I'm looking at the leaderboard, already defeated second place Tibbs with the black pieces. So we're going to bypass that game and see how he's doing with the white pieces. So Infinitekb07 with white, Tibbs 0111 with black. Let's take a look at this. And this looks like a win for Infinite. He has 2 rooks. Versus a rook and a bishop that Tibbs has. Plus, Infinite has 4 pawns to promote. Barring a colossal blunder, this should be Infinite's game to lose. So far, so good for Infinite. Let's move on. Let's see Infinitekb07 with the white pieces versus Sunny Days with black. And this is looking good for Infinite as well, as he has 2 rooks versus Sunny. Let's locate these rooks. Yeah, right here. 1, 2. He has 2 rooks versus Sunny's rook and bishop. Infinite should be able to gobble up these existing pawns and just basically slow grind this into a win with the material advantage that he has. Okay, on to Sunny Days with the white pieces versus Infinite with black. Uh-oh, this is not looking good for Infinite at all. Sunny has a 5-point material lead, first and foremost, because he's got 2 more pawns and a knight. I see Infinite just pushed his pawn to a4. Oh no, I'm sorry. He pushed his pawn to to g4, not a4, g4. So actually that's Sunny who pushed his pawn to g4. Okay, so yeah, I got them mixed up. Sorry about that. So Sunny just pushed his pawn to g4. And basically forcing a decision here. What are you going to do? And if Infinite takes, then you're going to have a passed pawn on the H file here. If he lets it slide, then Sunny Days could possibly take, and then he'll have a pass pawn on H. It's not looking good for Infinite at all. This is not a good position to be in. And once Sunny gets that pass pawn, that's basically all she wrote. If Sunny can handle this position, this would be a tough loss for Infinite, and he would most likely have to sweep Ydtd to get into the finals. Let's move on. Let's go to Infinitekb07 with white versus Virginia with black. Okay, Infinite is looking very good here with a 4-point material lead. And Infinite has just trapped the rookie's knight, if you can see. Infinite just moved that king over to f7, threatening the knight, and that knight is gone. And I'm sure she's realizing the knight has no safe squares to land. Can't land here, the pawn will take. Can't land here, the pawn will take. Can't land there, rooks will take. And if you go here, the king take. This knight's gone. This looks like a win for Infinite just off a quick glance. Let's go to the final game for today's video. That's Infinite with the black versus Regina with the white. At first glance, I don't like where Regina's king is. Right here on e2. Smack dab in the middle of the board. King safety is paramount in chess, and her king seems so vulnerable in the center there. But as of right now, there are no immediate threats on either king, Infinite or Regina. And Infinite can't even make a king-side attack with his rooks because that would be losing. You go here, the queen takes on f7. You go here, you could take that pawn. The queen could take the pawn on f6. It's, you go here. That's a queen takes f8 check. It's losing. So you really can't make a king side attack. So this is an even position currently, the way it stands right now. So there's this evening's quick look at Group 1 in the 2022 Shocktober tournament. I'm Ydtd and Infinitekb07 for Let's Castle Chess saying stay tuned and I'll see you soon.